Hi, I am Christine Joy D. Roa and I am here to present to you our loading screen and login form for the old user. So in our program, we use loading screen and the loading screen will appear first wherein I put a book GIF and a progress bar that pauses every 50 milliseconds until it reaches to 100%. So logging in as a old user, we use Konojan1 for the username and Konojan for the password. Then we also put error messages when the user types in their username and password wrong. That's all. Thank you.
Good day everyone, I'm Krishaki Altopalan and I'm going to discuss how to change the old username and password into the new username and password. The user can change the username if the new username and old username are the same. So before it change, the user should first put the old username, and after that, the user can now change the old username into the new username. So this code explains that if the username is the same, the value of the new username will change. So first, input the same old username. Second, put the chosen username for the new username. Then the user should click the confirm button so that the new username will be saved. And after that, the program will log out and the user is asked to log in again with the new username so that the old password can also be changed. For the changing of old password, the procedure will be the same as how to change the old username into the new username. The password will not be changed if the old password is not the same. So this is how you change the password. First, input the old password. Second, put the chosen new password. Then retype the new password. Then the user should also click the confirm button so that the new password will also be saved. So that's how you change the old password and username into the new username and password. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Tungpalan. Hi, I'm Cecil Ayun Sunurin. Now I will discuss the change login username and password. This is the change username and password. If the password is wrong, the login frame can't be worked. If txt username compared to old username is the string that hold the value of username. If the username and password are the same, the main user will appear. And last is user login frame will dispose. Thank you.
Good day everyone, I'm Vanessa Majarios and I'm going to explain what will happen after the borrower returns the books and how does the pay button works. We assign an integer to hold the value of text pay, label, penalty, and change. These are the validator for the payment. To get the change, the payment will be deducted from the penalty. Then, we assign a string to hold the value of selected row in columns 0, 1, and 3, and we call an object with a parameter 7 that will serve as the storage for each data. We will store the returned books at the user profile and remove the borrowed books at the table. The same process will happen for the admin return list. This code will store the returned books at the admin return list. For the return books method, we will get the date from the date chooser and store it in the string penalties returned. After getting the date, it will be stored at the string value returned. For the penalty method, we will get the date and place it in the string penalties borrow. Then we store the current date at the string borrow. We need to compare the borrowed and return date, and the program will automatically get the difference because of the method getBase and store it in the stream value penalty. In order to get the value needed to be paid by the borrower, we need to multiply the penalty by 10 since the penalty is 10 pesos each day the book is not returned. Then deduct it to 20 since the first 2 days are free. These methods will be used at the bottom return.
So, hello sir, good morning and or good afternoon. My name is Arninio Ilago and today I will be discussing the part of how to borrow books. First, we must input the date today, which is May 25, 2022, then click borrow. After that, here in search bar, you can search the books, the title of books that you want to search. Lower and uppercase, it doesn't matter, you can choose. Then click the subject that you want, then add to cart. After you add to cart, click OK, then add to list. If you click the add to list, it will go to the admins list. Then you can click another one, then add to cart. Okay. Then if you want to remove, click the subject here in the top of table and click the remove button, then it will be removed. Then if you are satisfied, you can confirm. That's all sir, thank you.
So, in order to log in as admin, you should enter a username and password that is both equals admin. If you entered an incorrect username or password, an error message will pop up. And if we entered it both correctly, a successful login message will pop up. So for creating an account, we should enter first our desired username and password. For example, John Doe for username and John Doe 12 for the password. The trade table will both get the text in the username and password field to display it.
Good day sir, I'm James Lloyd Bidose. I'm going to show you how to accept requests of new user account and log in that new user account. First is log in the admin account and then went to accounts and that you see the bell which is the request account and then that click the table request account list which is the username is John Doe and the password is John Doe 12. After you accept that, you see the accounts that we show is John Doe is already here because we accept and then log in that new user. As you can see here, the password was John, which is the case was small case, and then capital D O E 12 the password. That's all for request new user account and log in new user account.
Hi everyone, my name is John Aaron Marsigan and I'm going to show you the new user borrow. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to choose a date, click borrow, and this whole inventory will show. Then I'm going to choose one book, add to cart, and then this thing will show here. Then the book we chose will go here, and then we can add it in our list, then add a book again, and then it will go here, this book inventory. And see the search, you can actually search, you can actually filter the names of the book, so earth and science. So here we got two, so see this remove. So if you click this and click remove, this will be removed. The book we click will be removed if you click this. That's all. Thank you.
Hi, I am Jamaica Davila and I will discuss the new user return. Display all the value that the raw data 2 gathered to the table because we can call the model return set all the null and the label date B and label date are invisible. First, we hold the user input in the date chooser through the penalty return string. Convert the input of the user to the integer so that we can calculate the age, place of the year, month, and day in the local date name returned. User input in the date chooser through the penalty borrow string, then we can separate the day, month, and year. Convert the input of the user to integer so that we can calculate the age, place the year, month, and day in the local date name borrow. Set the label date R to the value of penalty returned. We can compare the borrow and the return and the program will be automatically get the difference of the 2 days. Value of penalty is multiplied by 10 and minus it to the 20. Because the 2 days is free, then we store it to pay. For the next speaker, Mr. Ismael Tanyag.
Hello, my name is Ismael Tanyag and I will discuss the adding books and the setting of the book to damage or not. If one or many of them is not filled up, the program will not proceed. If there is already an existing ISBN in the table, the book will not add because we use for loop to read all the data in the array. Int I is less than 1, 1 stands for the ISBN of the books, then J is less than data length. It stands in all the books. If data J and I is the same in TXT ISBN, there will be a validation. We set the else if I is equal to 0, J is equal to data length minus 1. It only means that there is no equal value because the I and J has already reached their limit and the condition above is false, so we add the data in model is through add row. Adding some books, when you click the not damaged, the selected book will go back to the inventory. But when you click the damage button, it will go to the damaged inventory. We use string to hold the selected row value, then we move them to its respective table based on the button you choose. If you choose the not damaged, we call the model list that's set in the inventory table. Then upon clicking it, we remove the selected row. Same principle in the damaged book. We call the model damaged that's set in the damaged inventory, and upon clicking it, it will remove the selected row. And that's all. Thank you.